Hello and welcome back to the Pixel Street Podcast. This is episode 193, where today we're going to talk about some video games, as always, John.
Except for last week when we just didn't.
Hey, life happened. I had a very stressful week with some life decisions to make about my job situation, so I was
Yeah,
really stressed out about that for like the whole week,
I know you were
understandably so.
saying that. Yeah.
But yeah, we're back. Me and Will were supposed to record one last week, but timing kind of didn't work. But yeah, um, let's get some stuff out of the way. Follow us on Twitter at Pixel Street, where you can check out our pinned tweet to join our Discord, where we organize Pal Party nights. We have not done one in a while, but
Yeah.
with the announcement of like the new Splatoon stuff, we're playing Splatoon, John.
Oh yeah, 100%. We're going to be playing Splatoon. That's in August, I think. Right?
Is it August or September?
Might be September. Um,
Splatoon 3. Let's
the
Google.
big one I've been waiting for is more Mario Kart tracks. It's been so long since that first batch came out,
You're right. I thought that we would have had more by now.
right? Yeah, I've been waiting on that. Um, but
Splatoon
we
3
could
comes
also
out September 9th.
All right. We could also play some Jackbox though if we wanted. It's been a while since we played Jackbox, and that's
True.
always fun.
Or
I don't
Werewolf.
know.
Werewolf was fun.
Oh, Werewolf was fun. Maybe I will put something together, another Werewolf game, because yeah, that was a lot of fun.
Yeah, I agree. Let's do it.
All right.
Fuck. Sorry, I'm so out of it. We were supposed to record this like an hour and a half ago, and then John's like, "All right, I'll be on in 20 minutes." And then 10 minutes after he posted, I said, "Okay," and then I fell asleep for an hour. So
Yeah.
I mean, that's where I'm at right now.
We are
I'm a
only
sleepy boy.
professionals here.
I'm a sleepy boy, so I just woke up.
It's all good.
Yeah, fuck. What else? Pixel Street videos on YouTube. We're at 320 subs, so keep them coming. John keeps posting these videos that are getting hits, so go check out all that stuff. You know, John's been analyzing every Overwatch thing, every drop of Overwatch news that he gets.
That was only one.
Only one so far.
Yeah.
Um, But yeah, if there's a new Tracer skin, John will be reviewing. Do a 30-minute review of every new Tracer skin that gets announced.
You know it.
What else we want to talk about, John? Will says, "How was my nap?" Will, my nap was fantastic. If you didn't know, we do live stream on youtube.com/Pixel Street Videos or twitch.tv/Campos63. So you could be watching us live, typically on Wednesdays, sometimes not at all.
Sometimes Thursday, sometimes never. You know.
It was just whatever we're feeling, more or less.
Yeah.
John, I do want to ask you about the Sonic Origins ending animation cutscene you posted on YouTube.
Yeah, it was just kind of.
Is that like I watched it? It's pretty cool. Is that after you beat all the games on Sonic Origins?
Yeah, so they added in animated cutscenes at the beginning and the end of all 4 games, and then that one unlocks after you beat all 4 games.
Cool. So that's just a brand new cutscene?
Yeah, all of that is completely brand new. Yeah.
Cool. If you want to watch that, you could check out Pixel Street videos on YouTube. Sorry, a lot of dead space in here. Let's just get into the news, John.
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's just do it. Ragnarok is coming. Everybody doubted Cory Barlog. Everybody doubted the other game dev who, pretty much confirmed that it's coming this year. But God of War Ragnarok, in the most boring way ever, gets announced a release date today on the PlayStation blog of November 9th, 2022.
Yep. We also got a collector's edition shown off, and there was a new CGI trailer. And that CGI trailer is the reason why I still believe that this has a chance of being delayed into next year. Didn't see any new gameplay whatsoever.
It's the gameplay that's holding you back.
Yes, we
See,
are.
my theory is that they did this just to announce it, to shut people up. And I think they're gonna do a, kind of how they did with Horizon. They did a whole state of play around gameplay.
But they
I think they're
showed
gonna do a.
gameplay off for that long before that as well. We're 4 months away from release.
Hey man, nothing's normal with them, right? So
I don't know. I'm just
I
saying.
I think they're gonna do a state of play all around God of War, which is weird. Why they would even announce a collector's edition now? I guess just to get pre-orders in for manufacturing purposes, but
Yeah, no, that's it. Yeah, I I'm gonna be happy regardless whenever it comes out, but I do think there is still a chance that it gets pushed back. I don't know. It doesn't feel like a game that is set to come in 4 months. That's just the way I feel about it right now. It doesn't feel like it's right outside our door.
I mean, I've been saying like all year now that this game's getting pushed into next year just because we haven't heard anything from it really, right?
Hmm.
Um, I think
And
them
that's the thing. We
announcing it.
still haven't.
Hold on, I think them announcing it this soon to the release date. I think they're confident that it's coming out this year. Like if it wasn't coming out this year, I don't think they would have announced it. But who
Mm,
knows? Maybe right
yeah,
now they think it's coming out this year, and then
that's what I'm saying.
I don't
Yeah,
know. I think there's a 95% chance we get it this year. That's my theory.
gotcha. Yeah, I'm more. I'll give it like a 75% chance. This does them putting down a release date does kind of scream to me. Yeah, we know this is coming out at this point, but there's just that little tingling in the back of my head that's like, I don't think so, man.
Yeah. So going back to the whole state of play thing, are you surprised that there was no state of play or anything to announce
Yeah,
this?
yeah. This
Like,
is
yeah,
going to
I
be
agree.
the big PlayStation game this year. There's been no state of play this summer at all. We didn't see this at Summer Game Fest. It just Sony just decided to throw one of their biggest franchises out on Twitter. It's like, yeah, it's coming. No big deal. Like that's insane to me. The last game won Game of the Year. How are you not making a bigger deal out of this? Um, yeah, it really screams home to me that there's not going to be a state of play this summer because you would have saved this for that. This is a perfect ending show. Yeah, here's some gameplay. Here's that CGI trailer. Release date November 9th. It's coming. Get ready. Plus we have this collector's edition. Like they just threw it up there like, whatever. It's just so surprising to me.
Yeah, the lack of a state of play to announce this in kind of tells me that PlayStation doesn't really have much of anything else to talk about right now.
Mhm.
Um, because yeah, this being a blog post is the most uneventful announcement of like a potential game of the year candidate. Because like
Yeah.
this is a game they know is going to be probably on the list of a contender for game of the year come
Mhm.
end of the year game awards and stuff like that.
Yeah.
It's
This
so
might still
uneventful that it was just a blog post this morning. Like
yeah.
I saw Wario 64 tweeted out this morning, like first thing when I started working, and I immediately thought like, oh okay, like this leaked, right? This trailer leaked or something from an
Mhm.
event. Nope, I clicked on the link
Nope.
and it was just a PlayStation blog. So I
Yep.
was like, what are they doing over there? But yeah,
Yeah.
it pretty much tells me like PlayStation probably doesn't have anything else to show right now, which is
Yeah.
fine.
We've got we
But
got Last of Us Part 1 and God of War Ragnarok. I don't think there's anything else that's set to come out this year cuz Spider-Man 2 and Wolverine are both years down the road.
yeah,
That's it. That's all we know about at the moment.
yeah.
Unless
I
PSVR
mean,
2. But I think that's next year.
uh, I think PSVR 2 is next year for sure.
Mhm.
Cool though that we saw a small indie dev leak the whole kit. Like they have it and they're working with it and stuff. So that's
Mhm.
cool. So that tells us that it's in devs' hands now. But yeah, God of War Ragnarok's gonna be a fun fucking game. I'm excited for it. I really hope it comes out this year. November 9th is dangerously close to my wedding, so I probably won't play it for like a few weeks after that because my
Mhm.
wedding's like 3 days
Yeah.
after.
Yeah, you gave up Starfield for God of War Ragnarok.
Yeah, yeah, for real. I also wonder too, like, you think that this November 9th date is what they would have announced if Starfield was still planned to come out the 11th?
I feel like they're very different, and plus, one is an Xbox exclusive, the other one is a PlayStation exclusive. They would not have moved that.
I'm just asking the questions here, you know.
No, I'm just telling you that was a stupid fucking question.
Um, but yeah, Ragnarok is coming. There's a whole unboxing video with the actor who plays Thor in the game. I watched the unboxing. I mean, it looks like a cool unboxing, like a cool collector's edition, but
Mhm.
um, I don't know. I don't need a fucking Thor hammer, a Mjolnir, or anything.
Loops is saying Joel is gonna buy me PSVR 2.
I don't think that's happening at all.
Yeah, no.
Okay.
I wouldn't
Um,
want to spend the extra like $500 on that. No.
I mean, let's be honest. I'm buying it
I'm
for
fine.
myself.
Yeah. I might consider. I really hope that they put out some like kind of demo thing somewhere so I can try it and see if it
I
actually
mean,
makes me sick.
so they did do a PSVR 1 demo before it came out, and it was at like
Hmm.
select Best Buys around the US on
Yeah.
certain dates. And I did that, but like looking at a post-COVID world, it's hard to believe that they would do something like that now.
Yeah. We'll see. I hope.
Uh, move, moving on, Mike Ybarra is defending Halo Immortal, fuck, Diablo Immortal's controversial microtransactions. He says it is a way to make the game more accessible for players, and it is okay because they don't come into play until the end game.
Yeah. So first of all, that last bit there is a total fucking lie because you can start making use of the microtransactions as soon as like level 15, I think it is, level 10. It starts off right at the beginning, and that's the pay to win stuff that everyone is really mad about. It's the rifts that you have to buy these crests for, and the ones that you can only pay for are the ones that give you all the best stuff. Yeah, I just Mikey Barrett, ever since he took over Blizzard, like I remember his Xbox days. We were like, oh yeah, this guy seems pretty cool. Ever since this guy's taken over Blizzard, I feel like there's just like something shitty coming out of him left and right. Either him like ignoring the employees, or what was the one thing? Uh, he would just like leave meetings early out of nowhere with all the Activision Blizzard scandal stuff and everything. Like, I don't know, man. He's kind of rubbing me the wrong way lately.
Yeah, I get what he's saying. It definitely makes the game more accessible to more people, right? Without a
Yeah,
doubt.
making it free to
Like,
play.
yeah,
Yeah.
making it free to play. The only way they could do that is by having microtransactions. But when you see streamers drop like $15,000, $25,000 on it just to
Yeah.
get like the god roll of what they're trying to get, that is fucking insane. Like
Yeah.
something needs to change there because
The
like they're probably
problem.
losing players like weekly because of the micro. Like I know for me, I played the game. I enjoyed it a lot. I played up until I had the tutorial to do the first rift, like you're talking
Mhm.
about, because they give you free gems for the first one. And then that right then and there, right after I did, I said, "Oh, like this is where they're gonna try and get me to spend $20 for gems." And I was
Yeah.
like, "I'm out." Right after I did that, I was done,
Yeah.
deleted.
The cool thing about it is you can play the entire campaign without spending a cent. That is completely doable, and if you want to enjoy a pretty decent Diablo game on mobile, go for it. I think that is the best way to enjoy this game. Do not go into the end game though, because that is where all the microtransaction stuff is. And the big problem is like you said, you have to spend so much money to get this stuff that you want. Like the odds of you getting anything good is just terrible. And it's also pay to win. Like that's a massive problem. At the end of the day, though, this is just like any other mobile game. They don't really care about how many people are paying for it. They want the whales, the guys that are spending that $15,000. That's where they're making all their money. The What was the number that came out recently? Like $40 million they've made off the game so far. Because Blizzard came out recently and they're like, oh yeah, no, not a lot of people are spending on it. It's just the people that are spending on it are spending huge amounts of money on it.
Yeah, those are the guys that are like trying to be rank one in the world, right?
Yeah.
But it's insane to expect a fan base to spend thousands of dollars to try and become rank one in the world.
Hmm.
Um, like that's personally not why I'm playing Diablo games. I'm playing for like the co-op aspect to have fun,
Yeah.
stuff like that. But
I
yeah, I
will
don't know.
say this when I was playing Diablo Immortal, it really made me want to buy Diablo 2 Resurrected. And I still haven't done it yet, but I still want to play it.
I've never played Diablo 2, so
Either. I only played 3. Loved it.
uh, maybe if it goes on sale, I'll pick it up too and we could play it.
All right.
Moving on, Rockstar have reportedly abandoned remasters of GTA 4 and Red Dead Redemption because of the trilogy remaster that they made was such a disaster last year.
Yeah. Uh my thing I want to bring up with this conversation, Joel, is this is a very good thing. I am a big fan of them not remastering GTA 4 and Red Dead Redemption. Maybe there's some people out there that want it, but for me, I want GTA 6 already. It has been long enough. I want them to fully focus on that game going forward. I
John,
want that.
you might have a second nacho cheese machine before you get GTA 6.
I might have like one of those ones that you see in like a movie theater or something. um yeah, we still have no idea when that game's coming out, but I feel like them focusing on that is just better for everyone involved. Plus, I don't think GTA 4 and Red Dead Redemption 1 need remasters yet. I mean, you can spruce them up and make them look better. Those are still pretty good looking games to go back to. They're 360 and PS3 games. I get PlayStation owners can't really access those as easily, although, is it on the new PS Plus stuff? They might be.
I don't
Um,
think so. Not that I know of.
well, regardless, if you go back and play them on Xbox or PC, those are still very good games and they're still fun for in their own right. I I would much rather see Rockstar focus on the future rather than go back and potentially ruin these new remasters that with how badly they did the trilogy last year.
Yeah, yeah, I kind of agree. I feel like the trilogy, those were like the perfect games for them to remaster because they were old enough to, justify the remaster, right?
Hmm.
GTA 4, like while I love the game, I love picking up my phone and Nico, my cousin, you want to go play darts?
Cousin, let's go bowling.
Yeah. I fucking love that game so much, but and like I
That's
would have
actually
played the
my
shit
favorite.
I would have played the remake if they had made it, but yeah, like I'm not mad that they're not redoing it. Same with Red Dead Redemption. I could leave that game. Like I like playing through that game because I didn't play through it till fairly recently, right before two came out.
Hmm.
Um, personally, I think two is a better game just because of like the open worldedness of it is much more in depth. But um, yeah, I'm not mad they're not doing it. GTA 6 is going to be so far away still, which is insane to think of that
Right.
that gap. Um,
Next year will be a
but yeah,
decade. GTA 5 came out.
oh, that's sad.
Right.
That's really sad.
Hmm. Yeah, it's been a long time. I never played Red Dead Redemption 1, but GTA 4 I loved. I put so much time into that game in a short amount of time, actually. It kind of burned me out on GTA campaigns for a while. That's why I didn't play through 5 for a while. But I think they're both good games that don't need the like remake treatment. Kind of like my argument with Last of Us Part 1. You can go back and play that original game and it is still good. But
I mean, The Last of Us Part 1 is a little different because there's already a remaster of it
yeah,
for the last generation, which is wild.
that's insane. Yeah.
My thought process too is I feel like GTA 4 and Red Dead Redemption are new enough to where there's probably a mod community that makes the game look like a current gen game. You know
Yeah,
what I
if you're
mean?
on
There's probably
PC.
mods out there for those two on PC. Um, so just like check that out, right?
And anyway, if you have an Xbox and you play them, they they get some performance updates on Xbox, but Obviously, they won't look as good as on PC, but it's still a good experience.
Yep. John, let's move on. Take us through the quick news.
All right. Well, today, while we got God of War Ragnarok's release date, we also got news that Forspoken is delayed to next year. That's the
Literally
game.
minutes after.
Yeah, that's the game. I don't know how it was like Final Fantasy, but there's this chick has a bangle or something that
I
sounds
I
like
don't
Jarvis.
I don't think it's like Final Fantasy. It kind of I don't it kind of looks like that Kenna game in a way, but
I
more
didn't think
open
of that.
worldy.
Yeah, I don't know what it is. It looked kind of cool though. Fall
Yeah,
Guys. Fall Guys' re-release has brought in 50 million players so far. Part of that is the free-to-play movement that they went to, but a big part of that is it coming to Switch and Xbox. Finally,
for sure.
um, very good story for them. The Division Resurgence is an upcoming free-to-play mobile game that was
Gross.
announced. Yeah, I didn't look into it at all, but it looked like they were bringing it back to New York, and I don't know. It looked like a basic mobile game to me. A streamer leaked that She-Hulk is coming to Marvel's Avengers with Crystal Dynamics lead designer on stream with him.
Oh my
Did you see the
god.
video for this?
No.
It's
I need
very
to watch
awkward.
that.
So they were talking, and he's like, "Oh yeah, She-Hulk, my voice coach. She's actually the voice of She-Hulk." And I think you guys publicly said this, and the guy's just like, "No, we didn't announce that She-Hulk is coming to the game." It's uh,
God.
it's a little yikes. Are
I'm gonna
you
have to
bringing it
watch
up?
that. I'm trying
Okay,
to. Hold on. Hold on, let me see.
okay,
I'm trying to find a video that's not like 5 minutes long.
2140.
gotcha. I think they had it on IGN, but one of the um, this is one of my problems with Marvel's Avengers is that all of these new characters that they're bringing out are just other versions of characters already in the game. You got Hawkeye and then Kate Bishop. You got Thor and then Jane Foster Thor. You got Hulk, now She-Hulk. Like what's the next one? Is are they going to bring Captain Carter in instead of
I found the
something new?
tweet.
All right,
I'm gonna play it
This, I
go
think
for
it's
it.
with
public
audio.
knowledge. I'll just say this. Okay, I don't like the face of Bryce making. Maybe I shouldn't say it. I think it's public now. She announced it. Okay, so my acting coach. I act, guys. I'm in the world of
My acting
acting.
coach.
I call it the world of getting denied in auditions.
Whoa,
you,
sad.
you always land the roles that you don't think you're gonna get, and you don't land the roles you really want. My acting coach is actually the voice of She-Hulk. And I won't say her name because I don't know if that was public knowledge yet.
That's
I
so
think
awkward.
it is. It was announced.
Right?
Nope, nope. We've never announced She-Hulk. We've
Funny. You want a funny fact
Nope.
about She-Hulk? I
Nope.
don't know if I can say
We've
this.
never
I think it was
announced
public.
She-Hulk. Why didn't the lead designer like stop him? Because
Yeah,
like he knew where that was going.
right. Yeah, no, that was a very awkward situation all around. The dude is like just straight up saying, "I don't know if this is public knowledge," and then just goes out and says it anyway. Like, dude,
Yeah.
no, just be safe. I just can't believe that that happened with the Crystal
Especially
Dynamics guy right there.
especially with the lead game designer where it's like, dude, there goes your partnership you have with them right there.
Right? Yeah, you
Like
are never
potentially
streaming with them again. Nah.
potentially like they could be cool about it, but who knows?
Yeah.
It's been a
I
long
know
time
I
since the character's been added to that game, I think. So,
no, Jane Foster Thor came out just a couple months ago.
oh, see that shows
Yeah.
how little I care about that game now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I really can't believe that they're still releasing stuff to it. All right, next up, Ubisoft have a showcase coming in September. I think all they said is that it's a multi-game showcase, so we'll probably get Skull of Bones and maybe some other stuff. Maybe we'll finally see that free-to-play Division game, Heartland, I think it was called, and maybe we'll see we'll find out if Prince of Persia: Sands of Time is
Wait,
actually still coming out or not.
there's another Division game that's free to play for mobile called
No.
Resurgence.
Oh yeah, Resurgence is the mobile game. Heartland is the console and
Yeah,
PC game. And then did they announce Division 3 last year?
I don't believe so.
Maybe I'm thinking of, what is it, X Defiant or something like that? Ubisoft has so many games that they've announced a long time ago that just isn't coming out. It's
Bring
weird.
me a Ghost Recon Advanced Warfighter remaster. I'll play that. I loved
I'm sh-
Graw.
I'm sure you and 5 other people would play it.
Dude, that's my favorite kind of Ghost Recon game. Fuck the new ones. I like the old tactical shooters.
Gotcha. Games with Gold will no longer offer Xbox 360 games starting in October. Whatever. I'm so over Games with Gold games right now. I saw some people that were mad about this, and I'm kind of like, they could just re-release old games that they had on there because they're doing that anyway with some games. But they're taking them away. I don't
I mean,
get Game
it's
Pass Ultimate.
it's an easy out for them to be like, hey, we've this well is dry. We're gonna
Yeah,
stop doing it now.
whatever. I really don't care. In all honesty, if this leads to them offering better Xbox One games, awesome. But yeah, that they have just been offering a lot of mediocreness for a long time on there. Lollipop Chainsaw remake is coming next year. I never played this game, but I had an ex that really loved it. Did you ever play this game?
No, and I have no interest in it. I don't even know what it's about. Sounds like
It's
not my
about
type of shit.
it's about a cheerleader zombie hunter. I think
All
she has
right,
a
yep, I'm out.
chainsaw. I'm in. I want to give it a try. And Blizzard are saying BlizzCon will return in 2023 with an in-person event, but not this year.
Cool.
So you got that to look forward to, Joel.
Yeah, BlizzCon. I wonder like if that's gonna be after the deal goes through with Xbox.
If they go back to November, which I would imagine they would, then yeah.
Crazy.
hmm
All right, John. What have you been playing?
I have been playing Overwatch 2. The beta came to consoles, so
Oh
I've been playing it on
yeah.
my Xbox. We just put up a let's play yesterday, maybe 2 days ago, of us playing it. That was a fun time. We played 3 games. Um, I've already talked about it quite a bit, but the 5v5 format in Overwatch 2 just takes a little bit of getting used to. I'm having fun with it. I'm a little annoyed that the queue times on roll queue are so long, but whatever. They're going to keep expanding the people in the beta until it ends on like July 18th, I want to say is when it ends. So hopefully by then the queue times will be better, but I'm enjoying it. I still love Overwatch, so I'm going to be playing a lot of it, especially when it goes free to play in October.
Yeah, I've caught the Overwatch bug as well since playing the beta. Um,
Yeah, you were even playing Overwatch 1.
yeah, we played Overwatch 1 until like 11:30 the other night, which is really late for me. I'm typically off my Xbox by like 9-10 o'clock.
Mhm.
So yeah, we were playing pretty late. I was playing yesterday as well. I want to play ranked. Like I know that that's like
Oh,
I know that that's like probably not a good thing. um,
it's fine.
but
I just really recommend not getting in voice chat.
yeah, so I think the rank either reset today or tomorrow. So I really want to play ranked in Overwatch 1. So
All right,
yeah,
I'm down.
I enjoy Overwatch 2. And honestly, it's just Overwatch 1 with one less person to me. Like it's nothing crazy to
If
me in
you're
my mind.
Yeah, if you're not serious about Overwatch, then this isn't a massive change. You're just playing with
Exactly.
one less person. If you are more hardcore into it, then it's pretty big.
No, yeah, I can definitely understand that, but like if you're just a casual Overwatch fan like me, like it's not a huge change of game. If anything, you're
Yeah.
gonna be bummed that you get to play with one less friend.
Yeah, pretty much. But I
For
love it.
me, on top of Overwatch 2, I have quite a long list here, John.
Oh, okay.
I beat the Outer Worlds, which is very exciting.
Hey, baby.
That's a game I played 3 hours of when it first came out, and then I set it down for approximately 2 years. And then I started playing again when I had COVID and was sick on my birthday. And I played through the whole thing in like 2 weeks, and I love it. It's a great game. The story's nothing like crazy cool, like the overarching story of the whole thing. It's nothing like to write home about. But I think where that game gets its charm is the humor and like the side quests is where I
Mhm.
think I had the most fun. Because I literally, before I beat the game, I did every side quest I had. I was like, I'm not gonna beat the game, you know, I'm not just gonna mainline it. I was doing everything, every quest I was getting, and I'm glad I did because all those side quests are what made me love the game so much. Um, yeah, great game. I bought the DLC, so I'll probably play through those in the near future. I'm gonna rifle off another one off my list. Fall Guys. Me and John have been playing Fall Guys. There
Mhm.
is a game mode right now called Golden Goal or Showdown, Goal Showdown, something
Something.
like
I
that.
think
Soccer
it's golden
Showdown.
goal. Yeah.
But we're trying to get 5 wins in a row, and it is such a pain in the ass. We got three in a
Mhm.
row, which I honestly I'm happy with that.
Mhm.
Um, I want to keep trying because I do want the achievement for 5 in a row, just to
Yeah.
brag.
Mhm.
And basically, the way that works is it starts out 8v8, first goal wins, and then the other team gets eliminated, and then it's 4v4, first goal wins, and then that's one game. So basically, you have to win 10 soccer games in a row to get the achievement. But yeah, Fall Guys is fun. I'm enjoying it. Um, yeah. What else you been
Yeah.
playing, John?
I'll talk about Fall Guys too, because besides that soccer game mode, I think the game's still a lot of fun. Uh, I've been playing more solo lately, and I've won a couple games, which is much more than I ever did on PlayStation. I would always get to the final round, and I never won. But I think the solo rounds I've won twice, and we've won a couple in the squad mode as well. So yeah, if you're in our Discord and you ever want to play Fall Guys, be sure to hit us up because I'm sure we are down. It's just an easy game to enjoy, in all honesty. Now that it's accessible anywhere and it's free to play, like it's just perfect. I'm at like level 40 on the battle pass, and I haven't bought the battle pass yet, but I'm getting to that point where I'm like, man, I'm playing this enough. I might as well buy it.
Dude, don't buy it. Log in on your PlayStation. You'll get it for free.
Yeah, I gotta do that.
Yeah, Fall Guys is fun. It's definitely just a fun, chill game to shoot the shit with people.
Hmm.
For me, the other game I've been playing is pretty much tied to a thing I bought. I bought a racing wheel over the
Show it.
weekend.
I
No,
want to see it. I want to see the baby. That's not a rock band guitar.
this is it.
It looks cool.
Yeah, so I bought the Logitech G920. And it's really cool. It has feedback from the game that you're playing. Some games probably don't support it, like Hot Wheels or something like that, but most sim racers will support the feedback
Mm.
um, in game. So I've been playing a lot of Forza Motorsport 7. I've found that I'm having more fun using this with that rather than Horizon 5, just because the sim racer like the sim racer aspect of Motorsport 7, I think lends itself really well to the racing wheel itself.
Gotcha.
And when I was playing Horizon 5, I was fucking going all over the place. I don't know if it's something I had to do in the settings. Um, but yeah, I don't know. I'll have to play with it. But yeah, I've been playing a lot of Forza Motorsport 7. It's a ton of fun playing with the racing wheel. I love this thing. I'm so glad I bought it. Only reason I got it is like I've been wanting one for a while, and this is normally $300. And I had been stalking pretty religiously the past week, like Facebook Marketplace, and I just happened to see a guy selling one for $100, and I messaged him. It's like, hey, um, is everything good with it? Like, does it work and everything? He's like, yeah, I'm just selling it because my roommate moved out who owned the Xbox. Um, and I don't have anything to play it on, so I'm just getting rid of it because it's just taking space. So I was like, all right, I'll send you $20 right now if you hold it for me, and then I'll come get it later. He's like, all right, cool. So I sent him $20. Later, I show up. He comes outside, sets the racing wheel on the ground, and then just looks up at me. Goes, I just locked myself out of my apartment. Did I tell you this?
Yeah, you told me.
Oh, yeah. And so I was basically there with him for like 40 minutes. We were trying to like break into his apartment building and shit. He was going around back to try and get in the back door, but the back door was locked. We were ringing all the buzzers trying to get somebody to let us in the building, and just nobody was home. To the point where I helped him call like his landlord, and this is 4th of July weekend, so of course nobody's there. And he called the emergency number that they have, and they pretty much told him call a locksmith. And he called, he was about to call the locksmith, but he's like, "How much is that going to cost me?" To the lady, she's like, "Probably like $200 to $300." And we were like, "What the fuck?" So this dude locked his keys in his apartment and his cell phone, so he had no way of like, he was just stuck, and his wallet too. So he was just stuck there. And I told him, I was like, "Dude, I'm not going to leave you here alone. Like, at the very least, I'll give you a ride to a friend's house or something, if it comes down to that." Um, just because you literally are stranded. Like, what is he gonna do? Walk somewhere? Um, but luckily, his neighbors were getting home, and they tried their key on the door we were at, and it worked. Thank God, because I did not want to drive this dude around the city trying to find a friend who was home. Because like he's like, I don't even know any of my friends' phone numbers by heart. Like,
Yeah.
he was getting to the point to where it was like, I was gonna be like, "Yo, can you like add your friend on my Facebook or something, or sign into your Facebook on my phone and try like messaging them?" I don't know.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's the story about me purchasing the racing wheel. But yeah, I'm enjoying playing with it a lot in Forza Motorsport 7. Makes me really excited for the next Forza game in the
Nice.
next year.
Yeah, I haven't played too much more than Fall Guys and Overwatch 2. As you can see if you're watching the video version, I moved. In fact, I still have a lot of my stuff all packed up, my collectibles and stuff. Here's Jack Skellington as the Scarecrow. Yeah, I've got a lot of unpacking to do still, but man, I'm tired and I'm just gonna enjoy myself, I think, for a few days before I actually get all that put away. But
Cool.
before
You
we
have a
end
game.
things, yeah, you want to play a game?
Sure.
All right. So with God of War Ragnarok finally getting its release date and everything, it really got me thinking. Like, there's a lot of games that we know are coming, but we don't know when we're gonna get them. So I've compiled a list of video game titles that we know will be on the way, but we don't know when. We're gonna decide which one out of each category here we think will come out first. So starting things off here, which game will be released first? Perfect Dark or Fable?
I think Fable,
I agree. Yeah,
because
Fable.
Perfect Dark they pretty much made a studio for.
Yeah, they made a studio for it, and we've been hearing a lot of bad things about that game's development lately. I feel like I just feel like Playground Games can't do anything wrong at the moment with just how well they've handled Forza Horizon. So I'm just like really confident with Fable. Now, if that comes out next year or the year after, I don't know. I hope it's next year because this is one of my most anticipated games. But yeah, that I believe Fable will come out first. Next up, Advance Wars or Breath of the Wild 2. So some context behind this one: Advance Wars was actually supposed to come out already, but it was indefinitely delayed because of the war in Ukraine. So that is
I
why
think we
we
get
haven't seen it.
Advance Wars sooner, just because it probably is 100% done by now. They're just waiting for the right time to release it. In Breath of the
Yeah,
Wild 2, we know nothing about. We don't
yeah,
even know the
we kn-
title.
yeah we know it's next year, but we don't know anything else
Like
really.
like we're calling it Breath of the Wild 2, but we don't know the name of this fucking game.
I'm hopeful that Breath of the Wild 2 comes out in March or April, like the first one did. Um, but knowing how much those games get delayed, it could be a fall title and everything. I'm with you. Advanced Wars, they could just out of nowhere say, "Oh yeah, that's coming out this month," and it would probably release fine. All right. Next up, Mass Effect 4 or Skate 4?
Gate 4.
Is that just wishful thinking, or do you actually believe that?
I actually believe that. I mean, they're
All right.
actually showing stuff for Skate 4, even if it is
It's
super early stuff.
it's very early stuff. I will say that one is tough, actually. I'll say Skate 4 because BioWare is also working on Dragon Age 4. So I think that will probably slow down Mass Effect quite a bit, where the Skate 4 team is only working on
I,
Skate
I mean,
4.
I mean, they should still be fucking working on Anthem, right? That Anthem content.
No,
I know
no, they
I'm fucking
canceled
with
that.
you. I know I'm messing with you.
Yeah,
I mean,
no,
that was supposed to be another 10-year plan game, wasn't it?
yeah, it was. Suicide Squad or a Cyberpunk 2077 expansion?
I think Suicide Squad.
All
I
right,
have
that is
no
set.
I have no hope for
That is
Cyberpunk.
set to come out next year. I just
Okay.
want to remind you that. Okay. I This one is a complete toss up to me because Suicide Squad was supposed to come out this year, but it was delayed till next year. Cyberpunk 2077, I think that was supposed to get an expansion last year, and they just pushed it off. They're like, this might come out or something. Uh, I'm gonna go with the Cyberpunk 2077 expansion. I feel
I
like,
mean, Cyberpunk was supposed to get multiplayer, and then they canceled that.
yeah, I they've still been putting out updates for the game and everything. I think we're gonna get we'll get an expansion announcement sometime late this summer, maybe early fall. I feel like it'll just come out of nowhere, um, and then maybe the expansion will come out in like sometime this winter. That's just me totally guessing. I have no idea. Next up, Hellblade 2 or Dragon Age 4. These are two games that we've known about for a while, but we have no idea when they're releasing.
I think Hellblade 2.
Okay. I'm hopeful because I really want that game to come out. I was really hoping that we might get a surprise announcement that was coming this year, since that was the first ever Series X game that was announced. Um,
I think
oh,
Hellblade 2 mainly because wasn't there news fairly recently, like in the last year and a half, that they like heavily pivoted on Dragon Age 4? Like it was gonna be a
they
live
might
service
have.
game at one point.
Yeah, I think I remember hearing something like that. Yeah, I'll go with you. I'm hopeful that Hellblade 2 will come out next year. Obviously, no idea if that will actually happen or not, but I'm hopeful. The next Call of Duty Black Ops or the next Assassin's Creed?
This is a hard one
Hmm.
because both of these games usually come out every year.
But I'll throw this out there. Assassin's Creed hasn't released for a couple of years. We know Assassin's Creed Infinity is coming out, and that might be revealed at the September showcase. And that's supposed to be some kind of like live service game.
I'm gonna
And
go with Assassin's Creed.
Me too, because we're also hearing rumors that the Call of Duty Black Ops game will not release next year like it normally would. Like they're
Yeah,
talking
they might
about
take a
going a
break.
year without it. Yeah.
I
Um,
think Call of Duty could benefit from taking a year off.
yeah. Me too. Outer Worlds 2 or Avowed?
This could go either way. We know so little about both. Like
Right.
Outer Worlds 2 was just like a cinematic. I think I'm gonna go Avowed just because they actually showed some stuff, but
Mm.
I don't know. That's a brand new game, so
I'm going Outer Worlds 2 because, like you said, Avowed is a brand new game. There's a lot of stuff they have to build for that game. Outer Worlds 2, well, yeah, they have to. That's a big RPG as well. I don't think it's on the same level as they're going with Avowed. I feel like Avowed is trying to be something like Skyrim, where it's just a massive game. Outer Worlds 2 is pretty big, but I should say Outer Worlds 1 is pretty big, but it's not nearly on like the same scale as like Fallout. It's a bit of a smaller experience. So that's why I say Outer Worlds. Prince of Persia: Sands of Time or Skull and Bones?
is this a new Prince of Persia game
No,
or is this a remake?
it's a remake.
It isn't
That's
this a
been
remake that got like delisted everywhere?
Yep.
So then I'm gonna go with Skull and Bones because I have a feeling they probably canceled this remake.
My thing is that Skull and Bones is, when was that announced? 2016. It was been a long time. Yeah, Skull and Bones.
They've really committed to Skull and Bones pretty hard.
Yeah, I don't know why. I don't know. Maybe we'll see about it. The Last of Us Factions or Spider-Man 2?
Oh, Spider-Man 2. I'm gonna go with.
Yeah, we heard from Neil Druckmann that we probably wouldn't hear anything about Last of Us Factions until next year's Summer Game Fest. Spider-Man 2, I believe that one is set to come out next year, right? Or was that
I don't know.
Wolverine?
All I know is that like, the Last of Us Factions is almost like a brand new thing they're gonna have to build, right? That's what Neil Druckmann made it seem like it's a brand new experience.
I feel like it was just a multiplayer game that they kind of expanded on. I think, from what I understood about it, they just started building with stuff from Last of Us Part 2, but then it just grew and grew and became its own thing. So I don't really think that they'll have to make a lot of stuff for that. I don't know. I could be wrong.
I'm gonna say
Um,
Spider-Man 2 mainly because I want Spider-Man 2.
Me too. Very much. I cannot wait to find out more about that game. Beyond Good and Evil 2 or Elder Scrolls 6?
Neither. They're gonna come out
They're
the
never
same
coming
day.
out. Neither. I'm
They
saying
might
Elder
come out the
Scrolls.
same day.
Beyond Good and Evil 2 has been in
What is up with that game? They
such
announced that
development
thing where it's like get your music in the game, do this, get your art in the game. It's like, dude,
Yeah.
that was at this point that was like 4 years ago.
Yeah, that was a very long time ago. And at this point,
And they haven't come back since.
we haven't heard a peep about that game since. Nothing like, oh, it's still in development, things are going well, here's a quick update. Nothing. For that point, I'm like, yeah, Elder Scrolls. Wolverine or Wonder Woman?
You got to be honest. I didn't know there was a Wonder Woman game being made, so I'm going Wolverine.
They announced it at the Game Awards last year. Yeah, it's being made by the guys that make Shadow War and Shadow Mordor. I'll say Wolverine because that game was announced a lot earlier, and them pivoting to a Wonder Woman game, they'll probably have to build quite a bit of stuff. Where the Wolverine game, I would imagine, is pretty easy for Insomniac to build. Last one here, a couple of games that have both been in development hell. One definitely longer than the other. Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines 2 or Dead Island 2?
Is Dead Island 2 still supposed to happen?
It's still supposed to happen. Both of these games have switched developers because everything was so bad. They've been delayed multiple times. Dead Island 2 was announced in like 2014, I want to say.
I don't believe that game's ever happened.
They swear it's still coming out though, and we haven't heard about it since then. Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines 2 was announced in 2020, but since then they have changed developers, and we haven't heard a thing about it since then.
I'll tell you what, that game has a terribly long name for SEO.
Yeah, all the Vampire the Masquerade games do, I think. Yeah.
I'm gonna go neither again because none of these games are coming out.
I am going Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines 2 because I really want to try that game. I really want to try one of them games. I want them to remaster the first one so I can play that. That would be cool. I hear a lot of good things about it.
What console is the first one on?
Just PC. I believe, at least. I don't think it ever came to it. Early 2000s, I want to say. I could be wrong.
So pretty old.
I never played it, but I've heard very good things. Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines. Yeah, it's only on PC. Came out in 2004.
Game's old.
Yes.
Well, with that, we are going to end episode 193 of the Pixel Street Podcast. As always, thanks so much for watching and listening to the show. We genuinely appreciate having you here. Leave a comment below on anything you found interesting on the show. Rate and review the show. Let us know what you think. We're always trying to make it better. As always, subscribe to us on YouTube at Pixel Street Videos. We're at 320 subs We're very proud of that. I know it's not a big number, but we're happy about
Mhm.
it. Also, follow us on Twitter at Pixel Street and check out our pinned tweet to join our Discord server where we do Pal Party nights, post pictures of our dogs. Typically, if a big news drops, like this morning, Ragnarok release date dropped, I posted it there right away. So yeah, definitely join up there. John, where are you at on them internets?
On Twitter, I am at Revik Shadows, and you can find my writing on GamePro.com. I'm really doing a lot of catch up stuff, a lot of updates on old Minecraft guides and stuff. So nothing too exciting from me on that front. Um, I want to get us doing a let's play in that new Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles game because I haven't touched it at all. But maybe I don't know. I'll try and find something to put up on the YouTube within the next week.
Cool. You can find me on Twitter at Campos63 or twitch.tv/Campos63. We will be right back here next week with episode 194 of the Pixel Street podcast.
Bye.